Hi, I'm Philippe, welcome to Pedal Platform, and today we're going to be talking about this. This isn't what you're thinking, it's a vintage. The similarities are obvious to what you're thinking, but it's not one. It's quite a bit cheaper than what you're thinking. It can be had for around the same price as a mid-range Epiphone. I don't know if it's any better or any worse than an Epiphone because I don't own one, but I own this now, which is making me really happy. It's a vintage V100THB. The HB stands for Honeyburst, which is this color. And it seems like it's one of the highest range of the vintage series. They are all relatively similarly priced, but this is one of the tops. Mahogany construction on body, mahogany neck, set neck as you can see here, carved maple top, and veneer. Or painted, I don't really know, but I think it's a veneer. But it is a maple cap. It's not like the Epiphones that don't have a maple cap in this price range. They're just full mahogany construction. It seems to be a two-piece body. You can see the seam here. And it's a one-piece neck with added wings on the sides. For this price, you can't really complain. You can't expect a full one-piece entire neck. The maple cap is also split into at least that I could see, and you're going to see the image on the screen now. It feels relatively heavy, you know. It's got some heft to it, which allows it to sustain like crazy. The build isn't perfect, but it's really good. There's a couple of things that you can see that are not top-of-the-range guitar. So, for instance, there's a filler mark in there where the body probably had a little blemish. There's another one in there. The finish of the headstock, the paint or the veneer, I don't really know what this is, doesn't come all the way through on this edge, and it goes a bit over on this edge. On another negative point, for instance, the binding here isn't perfect. It doesn't really cover the thickness of the cap, but it's fine. You can't see it when you're playing. It's hiding here, and it's not the kind of thing that would make me turn this away. It's what you get for this price. What you do get is a more ergonomical neck joint, with this cutaway being formed at an angle instead of having the straight edge here. It improves access to the highest frets because you have a bit less wood to hit your hand with. So the other thing you get is full Wilkinson hardware, from the tailpiece to pneumatic bridge to the pickups to the machine heads. They're not perfect, but they are extremely smooth. They do the job, and you absolutely get your money's worth for what you pay for this guitar. It wasn't perfect out of the box, but you can't expect it to be. The neck had a bit of a bow. The frets are really good on the edges. There isn't any fret sprout or anything in this particular guitar. There is a dead spot here. I think you can hear it, which means that the 16th fret is a bit higher than it should be. I might get to deal with that at some point. Top hats for the pods, they're all really lovely. They look good, they look vintage, but this one, the bridge volume, fouls the body here. Overall, it's a really lovely guitar. I'm not going to comment on the sound. You've been hearing some clips interspersed with my talking and presentation of the guitar. What you're hearing is this guitar going into a TC Electronic Spark booster into an Atomic AmpliFirebox. Clean sound is a Fender Blackface model. Crunchy sound, it's a Marshall Plexi model. It's being helped with a bit of delay and reverb by the Plethora X5. You can be the judge of the sound. If you're in the market for this type of guitar, yeah, head on to your shop, find out where they are for sale. Oh, forgot a little detail. New bone nut. It's not bone, it's not crappy plastic. It's actually a new bone XT or something. It's very well cut. It wasn't perfect out of the box, as I just said, so I had to take the strings off because they weren't feeling good. So I took the strings off, polished all of the frets, fed the fretboard because it was very dry. I think you can probably see it on the images that are rolling by now. So I fed it some lemon oil, fixed the bow in the neck, and I have a really nice action now. It's relatively low, it's not very high. It still allows it to sing and sustain like it should. So yeah, these are my first impressions on this guitar. I've only had it for 3 days now. So far so good. I'm enjoying what it does for the price that it cost. Keep that in mind. I reserve the right to change my opinion, obviously, down the line, some 3 or 4 months down the line. And I hope you found this video useful. If you did, just do the usual like, subscribe buttons somewhere in the screen, and I'll see you next time.